Hello everyone, we have a new video today. So today, I'm doing another collection video. Today I thought I'd go through my 4K collection. I have 46 titles here. And yeah, I just pretty much wanted to go through them because we've already done the Arrow collection and we've done my boutique label collection. I want to do my 4K collection. Then probably I'll just do a standard Blu-ray collection, break it up because it makes it easier because I have so many fucking films. Yeah, so I didn't want to, and plus I've had so many new titles in Arrow and Second Sight and stuff like that. And yeah, so I thought I'd split them all up. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with it. That was an ugly angle and I apologise. But first off, Saving Private Ryan. To celebrate the 20th anniversary, this is a 3-disc edition. So you get the 4K Ultra HD, the standard Blu-ray on the 3rd disc, and you just get loads of special features. All of those special features. I've yet to check this out because I recently got it last month. Yeah, last month. So I've yet to check it out because I'm going through a lot of back catalogue, but it's probably one of my favourite war films of all time. Another war film, Apocalypse Now. I've seen the transfer on this through my housemate's 4K, but this is my one. I have yet to open it because I've yet to rewatch it, but the transfer is fantastic. I really like this film. I'm not going to lie to you, the last half an hour though, when Marlon Brando comes into it, I think it's where it drops off for me. I like following Martin Sheen's character. I really like that. I love the whole journey, but then when he gets to the final bit, I'm like a bit... it probably deserves a rewatch and if see if my opinions change, but yeah, personally, just not really a fan of Marlon Brando in the end bit. But yeah, I still really like this film, and the transfer looks fantastic in my opinion. Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket, the transfer on this is fantastic. I remember the last time I watched this was on the DVD version, and then seeing the upscaling that they've done, it looks great, it looks fantastic. I think all the Kubrick 4Ks look fantastic. But yeah, this is fantastic, a great great anti-war film like Apocalypse Now. Yeah, I think the cinematography is really good, the acting is really good, and all round, just a really great film. The Power Rangers, the 2017 movie, I think, yeah, this was really good. I remember watching this for the first time, the first year of uni, like late 2018, early 2019, then bought this on 4K, because it was going cheaper. Yeah, transfer looks really good. I really like this film. I think the acting is really good. I think the dynamic between the entire cast is great. I feel like the CGI at the end could be a bit better, seeing as there's not too much CGI throughout the entire film. Also, I don't like how they don't keep their masks on for very long. Like, I feel like that seems to be a problem. But yeah, overall, I do really enjoy this film, and the transfer is fantastic. I think it looks really crisp in 4K. I also lied to you. I don't have 46 titles. I have 50 titles. I just remembered I didn't pick up 4 titles, which will be later on. But we also have Inception. I remember seeing this for the first time last year, 2020. Yeah, I must say it was a really good film. Personally, I think this is much better than Tenet. The transfer was great, the casting is great. I do like the whole story of him like going into mines and then just unlocks his memory, and then the whole twist at the end. I was like, oh yeah, that was pretty good. And that like ambiguous ending, I really like that. Next, we have a big box set, and that is the 8-film collection of Harry Potter. I grew up watching Harry Potter. I've only had the DVD versions. I never upgraded to the Blu-ray, so I thought it'd be good to upgrade to the 4Ks. I remember watching definitely Hallows Part 1 and 2 before the last lockdown in the UK. I really liked those films, so yeah, I went out of my way to buy this big box set. And yeah, I really want to get the big Lord of the Rings box set as well, because this is just, yeah, great. Next we have The Elephant Man. I picked this up because I was meant to get a 2 for 30 deal with this and The Watchmen 4K, but they didn't. I couldn't buy it, so I just had to get this on its own. But yeah, this is one of the few Lynch-directed films I haven't seen, so I'm excited to sit and watch this. I heard the transfer is very good, and I heard it's a stellar film. Next we have Parasite. This is the Cruise on Eye release. It says right there. This 4K is fantastic. I love this. This film is fantastic. The 4K is brilliant. Bong Joon-ho does amazing films. This, Snowpiercer, The Host, Memories of Murder, he just does fantastic work. All of his films are fantastic, and this 4K is fantastic. I need to sit and watch the black and white version of the 4K. But yeah, I cannot highly recommend this. I do have this on standard Blu-ray. Beetlejuice. Saw this again recently, well, last year. Fantastic film. Fantastic Tim Burton film. Winona Ryder. I'm looking at your face. Michael Keaton. Jenna Davis. Alec Baldwin. Fantastic. The special effects are... I love this film, so good. It's a great film. It's fantastic. The colours, the pop, the act, just everything about this film is great, and I love it. And also this cover is so good. I really like this edition of it. It looks gorgeous. Next we have one of my favourite films of all time, and that is Gremlins. Love Gremlins. As soon as I saw that there was a 4K steelbook, I immediately picked up Gremlins. Absolutely love this film. My main man, Gizmo, is so cute. I love him so much. He's cuter than Baby Yoda. I'm gonna say it right here. Gizmo's cuter. Oh, this film's great. For like a sort of like kids sort of, it gives you that vibe. It's just an adult kids film, if that makes sense. Where you've got like these like little creatures that are all soft and cute, and yeah, basically it's great. This film, I love the casting. I love everything, and this steelbook is very nice. I like how you have stripe on the back, and then you have thing in the front, and then the neon lights for the light, the water, and the feeding. Fantastic steelbook, honestly. Next we have Halloween. I got this steelbook as a Christmas present. So yeah, got Michael, Laura on the back. This is gorgeous. This is actually one of the only ones that I have one of these on. No, sorry, this is the only one that I have one of these see-through J cards on it. Is it a J card or is it just a slip? I'm not too sure what it is. But yeah, basically, love Halloween. If you watch this channel, you know how much I love Halloween. Great film. Absolutely adore this film, and I adore this steelbook. It's gorgeous. Next we have some more John Carpenter films. We actually have 4 from Studio Canals. So we have Escape from New York. I haven't watched this yet. I just know it's got Kurt Russell, and he's basically trying to escape from LA. Escape from New York, which is basically a prison. Escape from LA is the sequel, isn't it? If I'm correct. But I've heard this is very good, and I can't wait to sit and watch it. Next we have The Fog. I really like The Fog. I thought it had a really good premise to it. Had a really good atmosphere, really good score. But you get that with all John Carpenter. There's a really good sense of atmosphere. The score really helps that. I think he's just really one of the best filmmakers to ever exist, because there's something about him that just works. I think it's also his help, the help from Deborah Hill as well. I feel like she really helped get his work like just that much perfect. I think that's something that I really appreciate about both of them. Dean Cundy's cinematography, he did the Halloween as well. He's a fantastic cinematographer, and I think he really helps sell a lot of John Carpenter films. But yeah, great cast as well, fantastic. They Live, probably my third favourite John Carpenter film. Yeah, it goes Halloween, The Thing, this. This is a great sci-fi film. I love it. The acting and that fight scene as well is great. Like that long ass fight scene, I think it's fantastic. Also, like I said, with this one and the next one, the restorations on these are fantastic. I think they've done a fantastic job on these scans. I think they look fantastic. But yeah, fantastic. Definitely watch They Live. It's fantastic. We've finally got Prince of Darkness. This is a fantastic film as well. The atmosphere again is brilliant. Donald Pleasance is fantastic in this as well. I just love this film. I think it was really good. It's pretty underrated for a John Carpenter film. Not a lot. I see a few people give this praise, and then most people say they haven't seen it, and I'm just like, go watch Prince of Darkness. It's fantastic. Definitely give it a watch. Next, we're going to go through the Arrow videos. If you've seen the review of this one before, if you've been on here for a while, but you got the big Battle Royale 4K box set here. Of course, the second one isn't in 4K, but the transfer they did on the first one looks fantastic. It is a stellar transfer. Arrow do a fantastic job with their upscaling. I think the scans that they do, I think Arrow actually do a really good job with their scans, like with the 1080p ones, the 2K ones, the 4K actual releases. I think they do a fantastic job. Like I say, I praise Arrow for the work they do, because they do such a good job. Also, I want to bring up, I was watching Leon's video on his Arrow collection. Hello, Leon, from Leon Talks Films, if you're watching. He mentioned in his Arrow collection, even if a bad film gets released, Arrow do the most with their scans, with the amount of special features you get on it. Like, I give Arrow such praise. They just need to get, there's just been a bit of a problem recently with their releases, so hopefully they can get that sorted. But yeah, fantastic set. This was worth the money in my opinion, because I'm such a big Battle Royale fan. Look at all that. Look at all that special features. Next I have this a few times, but I've got this standalone, then in the Vengeance trilogy, and now on 4K, but that is, oh boy, the transfer is fantastic. I had to get the Zav exclusive steelbook because, yeah, I really like this. This is actually my least favourite in the Vengeance trilogy, but I still highly rate this film. Also, like I said, that transfer is fantastic. This film is great. I really like it. The acting, like, you think about it, this revenge plot, the man does the most to get revenge on our main man here, but Jesus Christ, he's fantastic throughout this. yeah, just Park Chan-wook does a fantastic job with all his films, and yeah, Arrow did a fantastic job on this release as well. It's a shame that you don't get the actual standard Blu-rays with their 4K releases. That's the only downside, I would say. King of New York, I got this on 4K in the Arrow sale because I heard this is a very good crime drama, so I just picked this up. It was very cheap for the 4K. It was pretty much basically the same price as the standard edition, so I just picked this up. Yeah, it comes with a nice slip. That's about it, really. Yeah, Christopher Walken's in King of New York. And finally, the final Arrow we have on 4K. I love this set. This is such a fucking good transfer and a great release, and that is Tremors. This film is fantastic. This set is fantastic. The art design done by Matt Godzilla, that's his Instagram. I'll leave that below. He did the Gamera box sets. He did this, and he's doing the new Diame trilogy. Got that on pre-order. Can't wait for that. But yeah, this release is fantastic. The acting's fantastic. The transfer is brilliant. Highly recommend the set. Even if you can get the standard edition, this set is definitely worth a pickup. But the 4K is fantastic. Beautiful. Next, we got some more monster movies. We got this, the 1998 Godzilla film. I got this for £15. It was down from like 30, and I was like, oh, picking that up on 4K. Let's go. I actually really love this movie. It's a bad Godzilla movie. It's a great monster movie. That's how I'm saying it. If you've seen The Beast of 20,000 Fathoms, this is more faithful to that than it is to a Godzilla film. I still really like this. I like the design of Zilla, but like I said, as a Godzilla film, it's not very good, but I really like this film overall, and the transfer is fantastic. I adore this film. It's one of my first monster movies I ever watched, and yeah, it has a special place in my heart. I've rewatched this film so many times, and I still love it to this day. But next, speaking of Godzilla, we have 2014's Godzilla finally on 4K. They fixed the colour issues. Got it on the nice Steelbook. I have all the MonsterVerse films so far on Steelbook, but I'll talk about them in a sec. But yeah, this film, great, looks fantastic in 4K. The new colouring looks great. The new lighting, all that stuff, all the fixes that they've done from the previous Blu-ray releases looks fantastic. And yeah, I love this film. It's really good. I think the pacing is done well. I like the suspense element to this compared to like King of the Monsters and Kong vs. Godzilla vs. Kong or Skull Island, but I really like this film for what it is and what it tried to do. Yeah, I think just for a standalone film, it's really good. Next we have Kong Skull Island. This is the ZAF exclusive Steelbook. I really like that Steelbook. It looks fantastic. The back's a bit boring, apart from the thing, but this front is fantastic. I really like the poster. I actually really like this film. When I first watched it, I thought it was a bit naff. Rewatching it, watched it like twice within the last couple of months, I think. But yeah, I really like this film. I think it's really good. I think Kong is fantastic. What they do with Kong in this film and in Godzilla vs. Kong, I think they do a really good job. But yeah, really like this film. I really like the casting. It's got probably the biggest casting out of all the films in my opinion. Yeah, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, first 4K I ever picked up. I love this 4K Steelbook. I love this film. I love the monster actions. I love the new CGI stuff that they did with like Ghidorah, Rodan, Mothra. I think all the updates they did, giving them so much personality as well. I love that for this film. The monster action looks incredible. Human stuff's a bit naff, but you're not really... Monster fans don't really watch it for the human stuff. If the human stuff is good, that's usually just a bonus, in my opinion. But yeah, this is a fantastic Steelbook, and it's a fantastic film. Finally, we have the Jurassic Park collection. Got this for £25, down from £45. I was eyeing this up for ages. Sat and rewatched these. All of them are fantastic, in my opinion. Jurassic Park 3 gets a bit of a overhated, but I think it was actually pretty good as well. Number 1 was fantastic. The Lost World was brilliant. Just Jurassic Park 3 was also really good. I just really like this, the casting. Also, my main woman Laura Dern in the first one and set in the first one, and she's briefly in the third one. But yeah, I really like this. But the transfers on all of these look fantastic. If you can pick this up for cheap, I would highly recommend this set. Highly recommend it. Next, we're going to go into some kids' movies that I have in 4K. So first off, we have the ZAF exclusive Toy Story Steelbook. Love Toy Story, love them all. It's one of my favourite films of all time. Same with the second one. But yeah, I've yet to watch these in 4K, but I'm excited to watch them because Most of the animation work they do, like upscaling, just looks fantastic. Yeah, I love this film. Just everything about this film is fantastic, and I like those. I like how cute that looks. I love this design. I think it looks really good. Toy Story 2. It's actually probably my favourite. This is my favourite of the 4, and this is also my favourite steelbook. I love this colour of orange. I wonder why, you ginger fuck. But yeah, I love this film. Oh, it just hits so many emotional beats. Like, I think it's fantastic. Jesse's story, oh, gets my heart warm. It makes me laugh at the whole bit with fucking Buzz and Zorg. They're like father and what is it? The intro. Al's chicken butt. Oh, just everything about this film, fantastic. Absolutely adore Toy Story 2. Finally, Toy Story 3. Sadly I didn't find. I need to find the 4K steelbook of Toy Story 4. I'd really like that, just to go with the collection. Unless Zaffi are going to pull it out their arse and give us this style, but for Toy Story 4, I would really like that. But yeah, love Toy Story 3. I remember seeing it in the cinema. That bit in the furnace, oh, makes you cry every time. This film is great. Just all of them are fantastic. Next is Jumanji. I remember seeing this for the first time in 2019. I know, very late, but I never watched this as a kid. And the story behind this is I actually managed to pick this 4K up. I was looking through you know how H&B have like the bargain bins and stuff like that. I saw this in there for 6 or 7 quid, and I was like, hold on a sec, this is not that new out. So I quickly ran over and I looked at the 4K edition. They were still selling it for £25, so I got myself a bargain on this. So yeah, absolutely great. Great film. Robin Williams' fantastic performance. It's really good. It's really emotional as well. It's just fantastic in my opinion. This is a really good 4K as well. Yeah, highly recommend Jumanji if you haven't seen it. I've never seen any of the other Jumanjis, but I'm content with just seeing that one. Finally, for the kids' film, Lion King, one of my favourite Disney films of all time. I just love it. It's just brilliant. Oh, just everything about this is fantastic. It's fantastic. That's it. Really good. I really hope that they do Lion King 1.5, the one where it's Timber and Pumbaa. I think I'm saying that right. I always mix it up because of the Borderlands Easter eggs as well, because I know Timber and Pumbaa. I don't really know, but sorry if I've pronounced this. I haven't watched this in a long time, but yeah, I can't wait to sit down and watch that. Now we're finally getting into the superhero films. I actually have quite a lot of superhero films on 4K. So first up, these are all Zaffi exclusives as well. So we have the first Batman film. I did an anthology run. I got these all on 4K because I like the consistency of all of they all look consistently good together. So yeah, this is the first one. Oh, I love this film so much. I remember rewatching it and just being like, fuck, this is so good. It's so good. Like, I actually love this. I love what Tim Burton did with the world. The casting is fantastic. Just, it's brilliant. The colours just, the transfer. I cannot express how good the transfer is. It looks so good on 4K. This is a great film, and yeah, amazing film. Absolutely brilliant. My favourite, actually probably my favourite superhero film of all time, and that is Batman Returns. This film looks so good on 4K. I cannot express how good all of these films look on 4K. The cleanup looks brilliant. This steelbook is fantastic. One thing I will say though about this, I'm really annoyed that the first Batman one isn't yellow. If you remember the original 4 DVD releases that they did, it was yellow, purple, green, and red. But it's now blue, purple, green, and red. It's just a little consistency that kind of irks me just a little bit. But yeah, this is fantastic. I love Danny DeVito in this, fucking Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, Michael Keaton again, fantastic. 2 amazing films back to back. Now we have Batman Forever. This is my least favourite of the quadrilogy. I don't really. It's just a bit. It's just a bit. What is it? I still like how they still kept the same feel of the world. Like, it feels like the aesthetic is still there throughout all 4 of these films. But yeah, it's my least favourite. I think it might be Jim Carrey's Riddler that really does it for me. I'm not the biggest Jim Carrey fan to this. I prefer some of his other comedies, but him in this, it just feels like he was tacked on just for the sake of, because he's a big name. But also Chris O'Donnell. Fuck, what a boring performance of Robin. What a boring performance. It's probably going to be very controversial, but yeah. Nice steelbook though. Still good to have it on 4K. It does look great on 4K. Finally, Batman and Robin. If you remember if you've seen my sentimental Blu-rays and stuff like that, first 4Ks and all that, guilty pleasures, if you know that this is my biggest guilty pleasure, I think this is great, but it's trash, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's bad, it's all over the place, the performances, oh my god, what is happening in this film? Michael Schumacher? No, it's not Michael Schumacher. Joel Schumacher. What the fuck were you thinking? What is this? What were you thinking with this film, man? Oh, but yeah, it's still fun. I still enjoy it. Arnie as Mr. Freeze is fucking hilarious. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, but it's so bad. Next, I picked this up. V for Vendetta. When this got announced on 4K, I was like, I need to have this. Watched it on 4K. Oh my god, I forgot. This is hands down one of the best comic book movies of all time. It is so good. The acting is phenomenal. The setting, how they make. I like how this is a UK based film. I love the actor. I love everyone in this film. Hugo Weaving's performance, without even, you never see his face, and he does a phenomenal. Hugo Weaving is one of the best British actors of all times. The quality of the transfer is gorgeous. Oh my god, just John Hurt's fantastic, Natalie Portman's fantastic, Stephen Fry's fantastic. What was it, the police officers, they're fantastic. Oh my god, just this film, fantastic. I love it. That ending as well. Ooh. Highly recommend V for Vendetta on 4K. Get it. Next we have The Watchmen Ultimate Cut. I have two editions of this. I have the Director's Cut and the Ultimate Cut. Sorry, I have the Director's Cut on Steelbook, which is a very nice Steelbook, I must say. Some people don't really like this Watchmen film. I actually really like it, personally. I've always liked Watchmen since I first watched it. I think it's really good. I'm excited to watch this cut, because it has like the anime, it has a new thing in it, and yeah, I just need to find 4 hours of my time to watch it. Also, I love the fucking slip on this. This slip is fantastic. I like that cover as well from that very first opening scene, which is that opening scene. Oh, so good. But this cover is fantastic. I really like it. I'm yet to check out the Watchmen TV show. My housemate George said it was very, very good, and yeah, I'm very excited to sit and watch it. Man of Steel. I really like Man of Steel. I think it's a good film. People don't really like Zack Snyder's work, but I like Zack Snyder's work. I've always quite enjoyed his work. So yeah, I remember seeing this in the cinema. I really like this. I really like Henry Cavill's Superman. I like Zod. Who plays Zod again? Is it Kevin Costner? Is that who it is? I don't really know. Sorry if I'm really bad with names. But yeah, this is fantastic. I'm excited to sit and watch this on 4K. Yeah. We got Batman vs Superman, the Ultimate Edition. This is the new one, so like I said before, if you have your standard DVD Blu-ray release, keep this for the special features, because there is no special features on this. So yeah, keep this for the special features, because this actually comes with so many special features. Over 2 hours of extras on this. But yeah, make sure you keep your hand on that. Yeah, but this has got new enhanced colours and expanded picture aspect ratio, so I'm excited to sit and watch this. Because yeah, I also really like that cover as well. It looks really nice. But yeah, that's Batman v Superman. Next is actually one of the only two DC films of recent years that I actually haven't seen yet. I still have not gone out of my way to see this, but it's Wonder Woman on 4K. I got this for quite cheap. And yeah, I just haven't watched this. I also worked out that this and Wonder Woman 84 plus Snyder Cut is the only ones that I actually never saw in cinema. Well, obviously can't see Wonder Woman 84 in cinema, but I never saw this in cinema. I saw Suicide Squad over this in cinema. No, Suicide Squad will never be in my collection. Don't ever talk to me about it. If someone sends it to me, I will take it, but I am never going out of my way to buy the 4K or even a second-hand Blu-ray. I don't even own it on DVD, but yeah, that's Wonder Woman. I really like the Steelbook. I do like the Zavvi exclusive one, but I also am quite happy to have this one. Next we have Aquaman 4K. I remember seeing this in the cinema. I actually really enjoy this. I like the cast. I like the cast apart from you-know-who. I really like this. I think Jason Momoa as Aquaman's great. I like Black Mamba. He's great. One of my favourite villains throughout all of DC, I must admit. But yeah, highly enjoy this film. I think this is really good. Yeah, Aquaman, baby. Next, one of my favourite DC films, and probably one of my favourite films ever, actually, and that's Joker. Absolutely adore this steelbook. Absolutely adore this film. Actually, it was actually the first film I ever saw 3 times in the cinema, which actually kind of baffled me that I didn't see. Like, I thought I'd saw Godzilla and other films like that 3 times, but no, this was the first film I actually ever saw in cinema. But this film is great. I love the performance from Joaquin Phoenix. He does a fantastic Joker. I really like this. I like how the only 2 actors on the front are Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro. And finally, the final 4K that we have is Birds of Prey. What a great film. This was really enjoyable. This was such a big pickup for Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, because she was probably one of the best bits of Suicide Squad. Her acting is fantastic. She does a great performance of Harley Quinn, and it really just got overshadowed by, like, every shot she was in, it was just her ass and stuff like that, and it's just that blatant sex appeal that just really takes away from her actual acting, and she does a fantastic job. I think she does a great performance of Harley Quinn. This is really fun. I really like this. Ian McGregor's Black Mask was such a weird but fun casting as well. I love this. This was fun, colourful, and yeah, the Valkyrie, isn't that what they call the Valkyries? What are they called? They have a name, but I've actually forgotten. But yeah, great film. Highly recommend Birds of Prey. Also, finally, before I forget, before I do the outro, Psycho. I have the 60th anniversary limited edition steelbook here. It's not opened yet because I'm planning on watching this when the living room becomes free again. But yeah, I'm going to watch this and then Psycho 2 as well. But yeah, Lauren from Lauren's Collections. Hello again, Lauren. So this is one of her favourite films of all time. 10 out of 10 she rates it, and I haven't watched this in years, but I remember when I watched it I did really enjoy it. Yeah, and that is Psycho 4K. That is everything. That is it. That is my entire 4K collection. All 50 films, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Sorry about that little bit in the middle when I was getting distracted by people, but at the same time, yeah. I adore the films that I have on 4K. Some films have to be very special for me to get on 4K, and then some films I think look really good. Just I feel like I want them on 4K. So, like, example, the Toy Story films, the Monsterverse films, the Batman anthology, and the Harry Potter. Those ones are like childhood classics to me, and I wanted them so badly on 4K because I really enjoyed them. Like the DC films, I really just enjoy DC in general, like the film-wise, so I want them on 4K. I'm not going out my way to get the Marvel films on 4K. I'm happy with just the Blu-ray editions with the boxes. Those Marvel Studio Phase 1 boxes, I'm really happy with them. Yeah. And some films that I just think are just really top notch that I think deserve to be seen on 4K, like Old Boy, Parasite, Inception, Battle Royale. Those films are just so good they should be seen on 4K. And then some films I just really like I think just look really nice and a good deal, like the Jurassic Park or Jumanji, just good deals. But yeah. What's your favourite 4K? What's your favourite release of the 4Ks that I have? Do you have more 4K steelbooks than normal releases? What do you prefer when you get your 4Ks? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out some of my other videos. I'll link my Arrow collection and my boutique Blu-ray collection below. But yeah, go have a good day, guys. Make sure you go watch a bloody 4K, and yeah, have a good one.